Men, it's that magical time of year again when women are driven to find a man. Thanksgiving marks what I like to call opening day for vagina hunting season. As the season opens with Thanksgiving dinner, a woman is confronted with the question, when are you going to find a nice guy? She'll be asked this question by her mother, by her grandmother, by all of her already married sisters, just like she did last year. Now, she was hoping to avoid the question this year, but she didn't. And in fact, because she's another year older, her mother adds in something new this Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, honey, you know you're not getting any younger, right? Now, as all the women at the table are chatting about this woman's father will have this pained look on his face that can be best described as, honey, I hope you find a man soon because I'm going broke helping you pay your rent. After Thanksgiving dinner, on the car ride home by herself, she will comfort herself with the delusion that finding a man will be easy this time, because this time she's really gonna try. And as soon as she gets back home and walks into her dark, empty, lonely apartment, she realizes that she's exactly the same inside and spends the rest of the night crying. Now, as Christmas starts to get uncomfortably closer, all she can think about is getting asked that question again at Christmas. When are you going to bring home a nice guy? Her problem right now, though, isn't a lack of being able to find guys. I mean, there is Norman in the accounting department, that dorky guy that always has a little bit of, stuff right here. So at this point, she cries out to God, "Dear God, just give me a normal one. Just a normal one and I'll be happy." Now, Christmas dinner is basically a repeat of Thanksgiving dinner with the family, with a couple small exceptions. Number one, she's older now. And number two, Grandma comes up to her and says, "You know, honey, I might not live to see another Christmas, but I'd really like to see you happily married before I die." The pressure at this point is just ridiculous. She tells herself that New Year's Eve is going to be her time to get lucky. But as New Year's Eve comes around and the stroke of midnight hits, she's alone watching everybody else in the room make out. Right then and there, that's when she decides on her New Year's resolution. A couple minutes late. She decides that's it. She's going all out, do whatever it takes to get a man. And on the first, she's at the gym, a little hungover, putting an extra 10 minutes in on the Stairmaster. At this point, she goes all out. New haircut, new clothes, strict zero-carb diet. She's acting a little crazy, partially because she's so desperate and partially because she's been starving herself, and with all the exercise and no calories in the brain to think, she's getting even weirder. At this point, she puts a line in the sand. She will not be alone for Valentine's Day. No way. 6 weeks later, she spends Valentine's Day with her cat. Now, mind you, with all of the working out and dieting, she looks fantastic. But her self-confidence is a negative number at this point. Yeah, that's right. Pay attention to that. Even though she's hotter now, her self-confidence is even lower. At this point, she would settle for Norman from the accounting department, but Norman hooked up with the new secretary at the New Year's Eve party, so Norman isn't even on the menu anymore. Well, she says to herself, spring is a time for new beginnings, and it's not that far away. Gentlemen, my point is this. There are a lot of desperate women out there this time of year, and I want you to capitalize on this fact. Here's your plan of attack. Okay, step one. You're going to use as much time as possible between Thanksgiving and New Year's to talk to as many people as possible. This is your time to become social. And it's the holidays, so people are usually a little bit easier to talk to, and there's more holiday parties and things like that, so things are just easy. So crash into them, do what it takes, desensitize yourself, have some fun, smile at a stranger, talk to as many people as possible. It's not about the outcome, it's about getting you adjusted to be social. You're gonna need this for step 2. Okay, this brings us to step 2 in the plan. For this, you're gonna need to find 3 New Year's Eve parties that are hopefully large and public, and they have to be very, very close together because your plan is simple. You're going to attend all 3 of those parties. Pick the first one randomly and use your chatting skills to start talking to girls. Now your point here is simple. You want to chat a girl up, you want to get her phone number, and then you're going to go to the next party. So a couple things on this. So the goal here is to do a couple different parties so you're not fishing from the same small pond. Something else is when you get a girl's phone number, you have to make sure that you don't get her phone number and then instantly run off. It's weird. The girl knows what you're doing and it's just weird. So you want to make sure that after you get the girl's phone number, you hang out for a little while and there is some other thing that happens in the narrative. Like for instance, if you get a girl's phone number and you leave right away, that's weird. But if you get a girl's phone number and then somebody else comes up and starts talking to you guys, you have a couple-minute conversation and then you leave, that's not weird. So just make sure it's not like, ooh, got the prize, got the phone number, and then you run off because you'll blow your chances with the girl going forward. But what you're doing is this, you go to the first party, start chatting up girls, see if you can pull a phone number. If you blow the place up, you don't get a phone number and people are looking at you weird, you just go to the next party. Now, by the end of the night, you're hopefully going to get 3 phone numbers. If you only get 1, you're fine. If you get none, you still got the experience. Now, if you happen to get lucky or you're just a fucking superstar, what if you go to the first party and hook up with the girl, get the girl's phone number, and then when you say, hey, I got a call from one of my friends, he's at a different party, I'm gonna go over to that other party now. What you're doing is you're leaving the door open for her to say, oh, you're leaving so soon? Can I come with you to the next party? Will it be better? So here's the thing. If it goes that way, don't skip a fuck to get a phone number, right? So if the girl says to you like, oh, where are you going next? Can I come with? You just take her directly back to your apartment for sex at that point, okay? Okay, so that takes us to step 3. Step 3. You're gonna spend January calling these numbers and dating these girls. You're gonna go out with them hopefully at least once, at the most 3 times. Do not go out with any one of those girls more than 3 times in January, that first month. Here's what you're gonna do then. February 1st rolls around, you're gonna pick your favorite. You're gonna ask her out for Valentine's Day. Now, she's either gonna say yes, or she's gonna say something else, and the something else always means no. There is no, oh, but I have to do this, or oh, that, or I'm volunteering time over here. No. You're asking her out for Valentine's Day. It's a very specific thing. she says yes, or she says something else which means no. Because the girl will never typically say just no. So I gotta make this point to you guys so you understand that it's either the word yes or whatever other words mean no. Okay, if it doesn't work with the one that you like the most, you should know this inside of a day or so, ask out number 2. If that doesn't work out, ask your third choice. Then, do the Valentine's Day thing. Okay, this brings us to step 4. On February 15th, send me an email and tell me how good the sex was. Maybe it's that easy for you, maybe it's not. But here's the thing I want you to remember. Think of the beginning of this video. As far as this whole dating game goes, dude, you've got it easy. You just need to fucking man up and start talking to girls. Eventually, one of them's gonna like you. It's as simple as that. And if you're totally clueless, like you have no idea how to walk up to a stranger in public and start a conversation, let alone how to approach a girl at a bar and start a conversation, totally cool. I've written books on this. So you can head over to Amazon.com or any other major bookseller and type in my name, DRAWK, KWAST, and you'll see my books. So that's the plan. And hunters, I wish you a successful vagina hunting season.